For Fallout 4, I was the female player voice for that, and I thought I was going to have a lot of trouble with it because I don't have kids, and it was really surprising when we did the opening scene for that game, much of which did not, unfortunately, make it into the game. The idea of loss, of coming out of cryo freeze, having seeing your child and your partner, it brought up something in me that I didn't know I had in me. Like, it was a brutal session where I was crying and I looked over and the director was crying and the engineer at one point was crying. And then at the end, the closing monologue of Fallout 4, where she's talking about how her life was before the war and before the bombs hit, and that her life isn't anything that she envisioned for herself, but that she's gonna move forward and find a way in this new place, was so, like, I still get very emotional about it because I feel like that's something that everybody can relate to, even if it's not about that video game. It's like, things happen in your life and you have to make sense of them and put the pieces together. And it felt super universal to me, but also I was terrified because I also knew I had to say, war never changes. And that is like an iconic thing. And so there was like the pressure of being this actor, doing this role, but then also I couldn't get through it without crying. And so it's so interesting. I finally went back and listened to the male player character's version of it. And he's like, this is how it's gonna go. And I'm like, I'm talking about the heat and everything. And yeah, it fucked me up for a long time. Sorry to use the F word, but it was
on my
really
panel.
surprising.
You can swear. It
was really. I didn't think I was gonna. It came out of kind of nowhere.
How wonderfully amazing, though, that all of you get to get this catharsis through your work that not many people get if they're doing a 9-to-5 or they're behind a desk. I always say to people, go do an acting class. It's so amazing. You learn so much about yourself, like, doing it.
And even with that, like, even things that you don't even know that you're. She's talking about war. Yeah. She's talking about a specter of something that is like everyone's been touched by, everyone's thought about, everyone's been fearful in some way at some point. And so it's like even getting to sort of explore that stuff that you didn't even know that you had in you or were afraid of or were dealing with. It's a gift.
Even though you're saying, I didn't have those experiences, we still all experience the same emotions, and that's what connects us. I guess when people come up to your tables and they say, oh my God, this role meant so much to me, oh my gosh, that's the power of that. That is very powerful.